Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you? Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Today, we mark a milestone. We have reached 200 consecutive episodes. So I applaud you and give you praise for sticking with me for 200 consecutive episodes. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. And today is episode 200. Today is day number 4. Day number 4, we discuss pillar number 4, which is always goal setting. Goal setting. So once again, thank you everybody for sticking with me for 200 consecutive episodes. I truly appreciate it. To watch this episode in its entirety, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, tag, and be a blessing with someone else, with the videos. Thank you for watching on repeat. I appreciate you all for watching on repeat. So let's get right into it. Goal setting for our 200th consecutive episode. We are going to talk about, I got to acknowledge my people first. My chief, Keith Staples. What's up, Fire Chief? How you doing? My aunt, Gina Cecily. What's up, Gina? I appreciate you. All right, now let's get right into it. Goal setting. How many goals is too many goals? A lot of us have a lot of ideas, a lot of big plans, and a lot of things we want to do. We get excited and we start acting before we start thinking. We act before we think. And when we do that, we set ourselves up for failure. So in order for us to do that in a correct way and keep us from overwhelming ourselves, we're going to talk about how many goals is too many goals. Now, when you talk about how many goals is too many, it's not a perfect number or a perfect ratio, because our goals are about as unique as our own individual thoughts. Our goals are as unique as we are. So there's no one person, there's no one case study that can tell you that what goals or how many goals are too many for you, because they don't know you well enough to say what is and what is not for you, what you can and cannot do. They don't know you well enough to put a limit on your abilities or your capabilities. They can't limit you, not unless you allow them to. Now, you allow people to limit you by accepting whatever they say without using your own independent thought. So we're going to avoid that altogether, but keep in mind, no one knows what's for you but you. So, and it's all about something that we learned on the fire department. My fire chief, Keith Staples, can tell you all about that. Is called span of control. It's about what you can handle in your, what's the span of control. Basically, what you can control within your own capabilities without losing control or being able. You have to maintain control, basically. You don't want to lose control. You don't want to lose command. You want to be able to be productive in what you do. So take on as much as you can and still be productive. All right. Now, when it comes to deciding on an individual basis how many goals is too many goals, we look at 3 factors. There's time, there's energy, and there is attention. Now, considering time is we only have 24 hours. So we have to realize that we can only commit so much without deterring our progress. So only commit so much of our time to something before it starts to be an unproductive venture. When it comes to energy, multiple goals require a lot of energy. So if we have a lot of goals and we're trying to decide what is too many or how many goals is too many for us, it depends on how much energy you have as well. So keep in mind your energy usage. We only have so much energy per day. So time and energy, they both are spiritual currencies. So you spend that spiritual currency up, you have nothing left. It's kind of like money. So the last thing I mentioned was attention. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Whatever you focus on, it takes time. It's going to take time, and it takes time to recover after you drain all of your energy. So how much energy do you have? How much energy can you risk? A lot of us have more energy than others. Some have less energy than others. So like I said, there's no particular school of thought. There's no one person or a case study that can tell you how many goals is too many. However, I've been researching again. That's what I do. I research everything within my 7 pillars of mental performance to bring you a high profile mindset. A high performance mindset. And I've been researching and I've come across 6 steps. 6 steps on accomplishing our goals, and they go into play with how many goals are too many. All right, I got them on index cards, so I'm going to share them with you today. Check it out. Here we go. Number 1, you must commit. Trying to get that to where it's not being out of the light. Yeah, there we go. Commit. You must commit. Declare your relevant and meaningful goal and write it down as a form of commitment. So the first step, you got to commit to your goals. Write it down as a form of commitment. Commit to your goals, something that you want to do, and decide to stick with it. Number 2, all right, make sure I got this up there. Number 2 on goal setting, state your why. Your why is your motivation. It's your driving factor. It's your reason for taking the action. So when you're writing your goals down, state your why. Your why has to be strong enough to push you when you reach those hard to climb mountains. So state your why. Number 3 of 6. 3 of 6. Set a deadline. Set a deadline. What does setting deadlines do? Setting deadlines help you avoid procrastination. It also adds subliminal pressure to pushing you to act on your goals. Also, goals are nothing but deadlines. Goals are dreams with a deadline. That's all they are. Your goals are dreams with a deadline. Keep that in mind. Now, number 4 of 6, as we get ready to wrap this up. Number 4, set a reward. Set a reward for yourself. And that's another form of motivation. It's a confidence builder. It's great for achieving sub goals, and it's great for achieving sub goals in the big picture goals. Like I said, or I did mention earlier, but I got to mention it now. These steps are where I've been researching. I've gotten them from productiveandfree.com. Productiveandfree.com if you want to check them out for yourself. Now, number 5 of 6. Break it down. You have to break down the big goal into little bitty goals or sub goals, as I just mentioned. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. Big goals, break them down into sub goals. Think about it. When you're eating an apple is basically bigger than your mouth or bigger than your bite. If you try to eat the whole thing, it will choke you. So how do you eat the apple? One bite at a time. You break it down into small bites. So the same thing with your goals. Break your goals down into small bites. All right. Now, number 6 of 6. Check it out. Plan ahead. When you plan ahead, you identify your obstacles. And here's my tip. When you identify your obstacles, you know what they are, write your obstacles down, and then go into a visual imagery and visualization session and visualize yourself overcoming that obstacle. But before you overcome the obstacle, I want you to visualize that obstacle kicking your butt. Visualize that obstacle just giving you pure hell. Visualize yourself struggling, because you can't visualize something so perfect. It has to be real. We have to keep it within due bounds of what can actually happen. So visualize yourself going through a struggle, then go over and overcome your obstacles. All right. That's all for the 1 through 6 of the steps of goal setting. And that's all that I have for today in episode 200. That's our milestone, 200 consecutive episodes. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Thanking you so much for tuning in on Goal Setting Wednesday. And this is the end of the day. So check your day, measure yourself. Did you make more excuses than effort, or did you make more effort than excuses? You're only going to make one of 2. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.